When the Titan Lords fell, a new age of might came to Sedaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Sedaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Sedaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Sedaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Sedaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring, to any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizid, the dragon-born rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. It calls to Trill, the Aarakocra druid. And to those it calls, Sedaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind, but they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands.
I will try to remember to cut this out. Anyway, hello. Let's try this again. Hi, welcome to Legend of the Wildlands. I'm Alex. For whatever reason today, everything in my computer blacked out temporarily and reset my microphone settings when I was trying to input a clip of Game Redacted to edit for Man on the Internet. That was fun. Anyway, pardon our pixie dust, like half the cast is sick. But this is why we remote play, and this is why we make sure to watch our symptoms. Let's go. As before, we have an Anne. We have an Atlas.
Game Clips Haunted, I guess.
Game Club's Haunted. We have Juno.
Sometimes the video capture program tends to mess around with the computer's audio settings and all that. It's happened to me before. It was super weird. Don't like it when that happens. Anyways, hello everybody.
Super not fun. We have Professor Moore. We have Queen Creeps.
Never work with adults or children in theatre, especially children that say, "Oh, I haven't been feeling well all week." You stay far back from them. Unfortunately, I didn't stay far back enough.
And we have Toonwolf.
Yeah.
I like how we had an alternating sentence, actual sentence, actual sentence,
That's just the vibes of this crew. Let's go, boys.
That's how it is on the spaghetti oven earth. So
can't say no words on Twitch.
Not on Twitch.
You can't show no artistic nudes though.
All right, I'm gonna show you the top half of my boobies. Anyway,
let's go.
Let's go. All right. So last time on D6 Tricks, Legend of the Wildlands, our heroes began their quest to raid the tomb of the Goblin King, and it turns out there was more than just the one goblin in there. There were a lot of goblin skeletons. And after a lot of cursing and running from being slashed with a bunch of bones, Tig managed to convince the disembodied voice of presumably the necromancer, who went by Rat, that they were in fact friends. which stopped combat and gave them a chance to look around. Looking around, they discovered, oh, this place is creepy. Rat's really creepy and is probably planning to kill us. Let's go! And the group immediately turned around and left. But not before discovering Zidane is fluent in Draconic. Like, complete ass sentences and comprehension of things. Knows it completely. Yeah. But, after that, they said they were going to discuss this later, and had the Great Rock debate, whether or not to put a big rock in front of the entrance of the tomb. Eventually, they determined no on the big rock debate, and headed back to the city of Amaya to sell off their gilded decanter for some money. They parted ways with Belspira, as once again she explained she doesn't really go into towns all that much. She's fine escorting people to civilization, but prefers the wilds. So, with that, our heroes decided to do a little shopping and get some new guides. They found one, a half-human, half-halfling woman named Carolina, who was an expert cartographer, and had moved to the merchant district, where they sold their decanter, and found a kobold pirate captain riding a Deinonychus and with a shadow owl as his parrot, who claimed to be an expert guide of the 7 rivers of Sedaria, and were currently debating whether or not they would also hire him and if he would be useful for where they were heading next. But then they would also have to decide where to head next. And so that is where we resume our story on the great debate of, okay, now where? Now where we go?
All right, so we already established not near the castle.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
probably not at this
Yeah.
time.
All right, just to recap. So the river's a no-go.
Yeah, it's just a
Mhm.
little too close for comfort, I think.
Yeah.
We could always try for the Swamp Tower. Or
All right,
Jungle Tower.
another-
Jungle Tower,
another-
sorry, yeah.
Another tower sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, the Jungle Tower works. One thing I forgot in the recap was there was a rumor overheard that the Rhino Sanctuary Helena previously mentioned was being discussed as a possible holiday destination by 2 well-off individuals who noted that apparently the Duke who made the Rhino Sanctuary poured a lot of money into it.
Oh.
Dude really likes rhinos.
You know, now that I think about it, an escaped rhino from a sanctuary that had a lot of money poured into it could either be very good news for us or very bad news for us, depending on how we wanted to market our skills.
Yeah.
Do you want to try wrangling the rhino and setting it and bringing it back?
Or seeing why the rhinos need to be wrangled.
Yeah, I mean both.
Yeah.
I mean, getting the rhino first would let us get into the rhino sanctuary and see what that's all about.
Yeah, we would have to find the rhino again, though. I'm sure.
Yeah, we will have to
it's
find the rhino
doable.
again. I don't know
So
how
what
far
are we
rhinos like
feeling?
to. I don't know how far rhinos like to wander away from where they tend to be, but apparently one wandered far enough away from the rhino sanctuary for it to be a problem. All right.
Well, I mean, personally, I'm happy with either one. Depends on how uncomfortably we want to make Helena feel, potentially.
Oh, right.
Since she was really squirrely about the whole Rhino Sanctuary thing. I don't know. Anyone leaning one way or the other? Or any dissension, etc.?
Tower's closer, right? Or
Rhino Sanctuary
seem
is
to be-
closer.
okay, Rhino Sanctuary is closer.
Yeah, the Rhino Sanctuary is
Alright.
roughly
Yeah.
here, where I'm pinging.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So that's like a day's travel.
Yeah,
it's
Jungle
like right over
Tower
there, okay.
is here.
Okay, so that's one day versus a couple of days.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'd personally like to go for the tower, but if there's more leaning to the rhino thing, then we'll do rhinos.
I'm leaning tower, honestly.
Yeah, tower will get us more progression. Like,
Leaning
Oh,
Tower
we're
of
good.
Pisa.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trill sides on rhinos, but will happily follow to the tower and just keep a wary eye on the surroundings.
All right. So
Sounds good.
yeah, sounds like Tower is the winner. In which case, I don't think having a sailor would be the most helpful.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I want it to be, but no.
I really want to see the piranha magic in action, but unfortunately,
I want to see it so bad, but now is not the time.
Now it's not the time for piranhas.
Now is not time to use that.
Right. Understandable. Well, if by chance we should meet in any port around here, then you know who the best sailor around be, says Captain Ransom.
That we do.
Yeah. And
Megan reaches out to pet the Deinonychus. Stops for a second, asks if it's okay.
yeah, she likes pets.
Megan continues to pet the Deinonychus.
Hornigold leans into the pets. There's a little chirping sound coming from her as you pet her.
Aww.
Quality.
All right.
You'll love to see it.
And once the petting ceases, Hornigold trots off, with Ransom and Rackham in tow.
Who is that?
That's pirate.
Why are you guys being followed by a pirate?
Oh, well, you see, we found the dinosaur first.
People are kind of freaking out about it.
Oh. So, what, are we being stalked by pirates now? I'm sorry, I just woke up from a nap.
Megan explains that it's not stalking, but
Oh, for
No,
you.
it's all
Okay.
good. It's all good.
That's nice. Oh, a nice pirate. Oh, that's nice. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place right now.
Quite alright.
Nix's arm from the little boy.
Thank you, Zidane. I don't know. I don't think the air around here is good for me.
So,
I know what you mean.
Uh...
It's starting to get to me too.
Pat the arm of the Trill by the little boy.
Right.
What's up?
What would I was good. I'd sold everything that I think needed to be sold, so unless people want to buy more stuff.
Ooh,
I think someone was looking for what lectures were happening at the college.
That would have been me. Thank you for reminding
Hey,
me.
no worries.
yes, though let's not go anywhere without skipping stuff.
All right. So, you travel over back to the scholarly district, where the university and Market Square are. Market Square being for the traveling merchants, as opposed to ones who have set up permanent shop. And the clapboard outside of the university says the guest lecture today is Artificery and You. Why you should do it.
Tag sort of taps her claws together, shoots a glance over at Nyx. Well, I, for one, am going to go to college, so... I mean,
Well,
I don't know when we'll be back here, and I have the gold for it at the moment, so why not?
Well, I was gonna all be like, well, you can write me a letter of absence or whatever you call it, but if you insist...
I mean, you don't have to. You really don't have to.
I don't have to, but with the way you said that, I kind of want to. But I'm not taking notes.
Okay, sure.
Swift, take notes.
Oh yeah, because that's going.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Yeah. You got it, Swift says, pulling out a journal that is like filled margin to margin with insane scribblings.
That's gonna end up going well.
Look, if it's in Sylvan, I don't mind. I can read that.
I think it was at one point. I don't know now.
It's just scribbles.
Swift made her own conlang.
Mm-hmm. It's coded to prevent the feds from reading it.
What are feds?
You don't need to know.
Okay, just try your best. I believe in you.
Your first and your last mistake, Nix. Your first and your last mistake.
So we're sitting at opposite ends of the lecture hall.
You got it. Also, can you spot me gold? Because, wait, what am I saying? I turned invisible. Whoop! Cheating assistant, let's go!
Well, I wouldn't call it cheating. I'd just say using the tools given to you.
Fuck you, college curriculum! I defy your 4.0!
Megan leans in.
Wow. Right, let's go to college.
Let's go to college.
Cool leg.
Just being bullied into education.
All right. So, once again, the doorman says that sitting in on a college lecture, if you are not an attendant, is 5 gold.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Did we get any payment from last session at all that I haven't added?
It's been added for
Possibly.
you, I believe.
I added it for you.
Yes. Thank you. Did you add XP, by the way?
No.
Okay, I just added that. Didn't want to stack too many. All right, I will pay for my education.
All right.
Don't suppose you can knock a gold off with an affirming handshake?
No.
Okay.
Not after the
You know?
shocking... Not after the shocking grasp incident of 59.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I know that spell.
I do now. Intimately.
Okay, have a nice day.
All right.
Worth a shot. Nice try.
Nice try. So, you step into the lecture hall. You're pretty sure you stepped in, like, in the middle of one of the actual lectures. Like, either in the middle or close to the beginning. You can't be sure. Because the way that the college professor talks, this tall, gaunt, like a droopy-faced man with pale white hair, you don't know when he's at the end of a sentence or the beginning of a new one. He's just, and then, as you can see, we put the acid in the canister here. Well, the acid is supposed to do melting, but as we can determine from the experiment, well, what can you tell me about this? If you can tell me that he is very, slurry with his words, almost half asleep. Some of the students in the lecture hall are asleep, but he has little slides to help demonstrate his points. The slides are very text dense, like to the point where theoretically one could be reading them out loud instead of giving an actual presentation. He could be doing that, he could not be. It's hard to tell at this point because he's got that tone of voice about him where you're not really sure sometimes where anything's going. All of that being said, however, the lecture seems pretty straightforward, like aimed at beginners or people who don't understand anything about artifice or the work of, like, magical technology. Basically, it's explaining something called the scientific method and why it is cool. Discovery and experimentation being the focuses. Experimentation, of course, being like, I wonder what would happen if I put this fireball into an oven. Would that make a superior oven that is constantly on fire? Yeah. And then trying it out. It does point out that this was in fact a colossal failure and burned down a house, but that failure was a discovery. And discoveries can benefit the entire population.
Oh my god, this is putting very dangerous ideas into Nix's head.
I'm more worried about the fairy.
You're
Well,
sitting at
what's
the
this?
opposite
Powers
end. You're sitting at the opposite end of the lecture hall from Swift, and it's a big lecture hall. So,
But Nix is like, what's this? Powers I'm not too sure about? I can experiment with them? Yes, please.
experimentation. Oh,
What
boy.
if I cast sleep on someone who's already asleep?
It's an experiment.
I mean, how else are you going to find out about things, right?
I don't have a quill. I will rely on Swift.
All right. The lecture continues on, relaying much of the same point over and over. At least you're pretty sure. And as the clock strikes roughly 5:20, the professor concludes his slides. The slide disappears. Says, "Are there any questions? Okay, good. Thank you. Good night." And walks out of the lecture hall.
Oh, bye.
It takes a few seconds for the rest of the students to like wake up, realize he's gone, and start muttering amongst themselves and gathering their things.
Oh, wow. I love school.
See, I figured you'd take to it.
I like this idea of experimentation. I'm not really used to stepping out of my safe circle, but, you know, I guess the risk is worth it once in a while.
Well, consider this, since you mentioned magic before. Isn't it safer to experiment with magic outside of combat situations than inside of them?
Oh, I guess so. I mean, there's less risk of hurting us, I suppose.
Food for thought. Just don't cast sleep on unsuspecting people.
Oh, okay. I won't do that.
Yeah.
What if I cast it on myself?
I don't think that would work because I think you have to hold it in your head, right? I mean, that's how it worked for me when I was using it.
Oh, okay. Wait, you can't use it anymore?
I moved on to different spells. Like, it's there, but I'd have to...
You can do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's as long as you know the theory of the spell that you're, trying to cast, you can sort of... I don't know, it takes a lot of practice, especially weaving it into music, specifically.
Oh, I noticed that. You're more of a, play bardy kind of spell thing.
I am a bard, yes.
Yeah. I wasn't too sure on the word for it, but yeah.
No, that is quite alright. Yeah, no, quite music-oriented. Personally, it's, honestly, it's because I found the magic far easier to remember in song form, so...
Oh, wow. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mine just sort of comes out when it wants to come out. I get burned out pretty quickly.
Is it just a thing you can do? Is this like an innate thing you are born with, or...?
I mean, I've kind of always... Well, it wasn't... It used to be bigger when I was younger, and more unpredictable, and then it kind of just disappeared. So I can only really do things like, make a bonfire. But then it kind of started creeping back very recently. I'm sure it's fine.
Probably?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know I could, summon sprites. That's fun.
Fun is a word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
I
on
wish it could be a
cue.
bit more tame. Oh,
Right
no.
on cue, Swift flies over. Okay, so I got distracted and I wasn't sure what we were taking notes on, so I made some artistic nudes in my journal instead.
Oh, can I see them?
Sure! She flips through and shows the journal. They're definitely not artistic.
It's like a little flip book.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I call it Fliporama. Rapidly flips back and forth between two positions.
I'm just imagining like, these crude drawings of like somebody pelvic thrusting.
Yeah.
In the corner of the notebook.
Well, I've got to say, Swift, that's certainly artistic.
It sure is. I think I have a natural talent.
is that how you do your magic with art?
No.
Oh, how do you do yours?
Okay, Nix. I want you to come real close, okay? I want you to come real
Okay.
close. I'm gonna whisper a secret, right?
Right.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are you listening? Are you listening real close?
I'm listening.
Okay. I can do magic because I'm a fae, you dumbass!
Okay. I don't know how that works.
Clearly!
Wow, you got a loud voice for someone really small.
It's the art of projection. You should take some theater classes if they offer them as electives here.
Oh, I don't know if I'd be good at that.
You're lost.
I think I'm a bit too honest to be an actor.
You're
Okay,
lost.
so we've got music, fae, and I don't know. What a great combination.
Well, in the spirit of scientific discovery and experimentation, I'm sure we can figure things out as a group, I suppose. Maybe outside of city limits.
Oh, so the not fun way, but the way where the feds can't get you. I get you. Wink, wink, wink.
Oh, exactly. You understand me.
I don't like these fed people.
See now you get it.
Swift, why don't you go and do some more artwork?
You got it. She flies off to the merchant square to observe some people for artistic rendering.
Okay, I need to invest in a notebook.
Cool.
Right.
Can I invest in a notebook?
I will check to see first if there are people selling paper in Amaya. And then to see who's in the
I'm
merchant
surprised
square.
if there weren't.
Yeah.
Hate
What do
me
you
like
mean
one of
the
your
chemist store is
Feywalkers.
closed?
Yeah. Anyway, the store is closed.
We have a
Alright, and let's see what the general store has. Well, the general store has paper, but not necessarily a notebook.
I could do with that, as long as I got a pen.
I opened up the black market and not the general store to see if they have a pen.
Give me some of that black market paper.
They do, in fact, have ink bottle and ink pen.
Nice.
I will
This is going to be one of those people who just buys it all and then never uses it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I will open that general store just for you.
Thank you. Let's have a look. So ink bottle, ink pen, and a ladder, and an abacus.
Yep. Meanwhile, at the merchant square, it's pretty packed, so there isn't a lot of room for carts, but there is a kobold with like big, wide, like almost fish-like eyes that don't seem to blink ever, running a potion shop, along with a very bulky woman with a like long blonde hair that you vaguely recognize from Shipwreck Cove. She had a cart full of arrows in it. And and a woman with a silvery skin and half of a porcelain doll-like mask covering her face, in front of a cart that has a pretty distinctive, like, fleshy smell, and a bag of colding strapped to the side of it.
We've definitely met her before.
You've seen her before. I don't think you've actually talked to her.
Okay. How do I search my notes? Mask. Well, it definitely wasn't that mask, because that's Scarlet, so... Alright. You guys do your stuff, I'm gonna go shopping.
Yeah, I think she might have been
Oh,
here
yeah.
the first time you went to Amaya, is the best thing I can remember.
Yeah.
So once again, typical things to do in cities before it gets to closing time and time for bed would be looking for rumors, looking for fellow adventurers, even though admittedly you do have a lot, or looking for places to spend your money.
Monty.
I'll go rumor hunting.
Cool. All right. That is investigation to go through the various mean streets and the nice streets to see if you can find anything useful.
Sir, yes, sir. 12.
All right. Today is a pretty gossipy day, so you do manage to hear something. Let us figure out what. So, near the schoolhouse, as you head around, you see there's a group of people being tutored on their history lessons by a larger dwarven man, like very broad-shouldered, about as broad as he is tall, covered in very loose-fitting robes, like more than one copy of robes. Like, he's got one covering his left, one covering his right, because otherwise he's just too wide for him. And the dwarf is tutoring, right, now, the 8th king of Sedaria, King Raster. Raster is who we have to thank for much of our ancient research and search for mechanite across the continent. But one of the more fun facts about King Raster: his company was a bunch of circus performers and pirates, and they took a big hole from the king's vaults. No one knows where it is, but it's sure to be quite a pretty penny for anyone who can find it.
Ooh.
Well then.
Okay. Excellent, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Treasure.
Pleasure.
Yeah. If you share this rumor, Carolina is like feverishly taking notes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely share the rumor, because why not?
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Let's see. Raster's Hall. One of the great treasures of Sedaria? Question mark? Consult map 37AB. And tucking that note away for later.
How many maps do you carry on you?
This is a very spacious case. Let's say that.
I see. Good to know. Good to keep prepared, I suppose.
Absolutely. One of them might come in handy one day. Yeah. Listen, statistically, at least one of these treasure maps is going to be correct.
Eventually, yeah, I suppose so.
So,
Neat. Oh, I'm good.
All right.
While we're here in town, would it be possible for me to look for potential crime victims?
Sure, absolutely.
Gotta get that crime.
Gotta see who's been a victim of that crime. That would be another investigation check.
Okay,
Wait. Victims of crime or people to victimize?
People to victimize.
Oh, people to victimize.
My
in that
apologies.
case. Oh, that's very different then. That is perception to see, like, who looks like an easy mark or is distracted.
I'm just here like, I'm going to jail!
I am only looking for people who will not miss their money that I take.
Also, really quickly, Nizip, Have a little bit of that real fast.
Alright. I will inspire you to search for crime opportunities.
So D6 to add.
Yes, indeed.
Alright,
Oh, nice.
18 total. Alright.
Breaking the law, breaking
Breaking
the
the
law.
law, breaking the law. Alright.
That's what I pictured Tiger singing.
So, there looks to be by a shop in the scholarly district, a shop called the Silver Cloud. Looking inside the windows, you see it deals primarily in luxury furnishings. So you would imagine, oh, people who are pretty well off and wouldn't miss that much money would be in there. So you take a look around to see, oh, is there anyone in there who is not paying attention? There are a couple of like workers at the Silver Cloud, like wearing the shop's uniform, on break in the alleyway outside, having a smoke break and just kind of staring into space, looking away from you.
Oh, let's see if we can't have our sticky fingers go unnoticed.
All right. So
It's robbing time.
all right. So for stealth purposes, I assume that generally adventurers want to be stealthy in cases where there might be danger. So I only have stealth be rolled at the moment of possible detection, which I'm going to say would be entering the alleyway. So stealth to get in unnoticed, and if you get in unnoticed, then sleight of hand. They are not actively looking for you, and you are being very stealthy, so you manage to like duck into the alleyway without being seen. Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Super Robin time.
Okay, so not only are you gonna get some loot from their pockets, but you're also gonna get some other interesting stuff once I roll on a particular table, because I have a lot of loot the body tables.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right? So all right. And he's pretty well off, so I'm gonna roll this for gold. All right. You dip your nimble fingers into a pouch at the worker's sides and come out with some loose coinage, 13 gold pieces, and a vial with a dark green sludge in it.
Interesting. I'll have to investigate that later. And I shall take my leave as soon as my hands are free.
All right. You quickly, like, about face and head out of the alley before any of the smoke break workers notice you were there.
Easy pickings.
Crime achieved.
It pays.
All right. So, was there any other crime, discovery, or shopping anyone wanted to do for the night?
Yeah, I was just waiting for everyone else to do their stuff.
Okay.
All right, I will buy 10 sheets of the papier.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so that. And then I will buy the ink pen and the ink bottle. What do you mean I don't have permission?
I don't know.
Don't say I don't have permission when you just did the purchase foundry.
You don't have permission.
Alright, does anybody else have an ink bottle? Because I've just realized it's fucking 10 gold pieces for an ink bottle.
Is it
Are
really?
you going to use
Yeah.
all of it?
I will still buy the pen though.
Okay, you can borrow some of my ink if you need to. If you really need to.
Is that okay?
Yeah, just save up for your own.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can afford it now. I just didn't realize ink was such a big thing.
No, I mean, you're fine to use it. You're fine to use it for now, but if it runs out, you're paying for the next one. How's that?
That's fine. Fair to me.
Cool.
What's time?
I mean,
what's time
Nix,
here now?
if you're a little light on coin, I don't mind lending you my coins. I don't really have plans for it.
Out of character, Nyx is nowhere near light on coin. Nyx has 74 gold.
Oh well, shit.
Well, in that case, fuck.
You can afford it then.
Offer
They can afford it.
rescinded.
They can afford it, but oh, that is quite a lot for ink.
You know how much work it is to make ink?
I don't know. I don't buy my own ink.
Trill still stands by the offer.
Oh, who died?
Uh-oh. Someone
Oh,
died?
no, I killed someone.
It's okay. Whoever died came back. It's all right.
It's the price of ink.
Okay, I'll buy the ink if it keeps you alive. I'm sorry. And they bought the ink. And whilst I'm here, I've noticed you're selling oil flasks as well. Is there oil in the flask?
Yes.
I will buy 2 of them then. 'Cause I'm doing that Baldur's Gate 3 thing.
Baldur's Gate 3. We must throw everything.
Listen, if they didn't make grease the funniest option, I wouldn't throw it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ink, pen, 10 sheets of paper, and... Actually, you know what? I've got 2 silver left, so I will get 1 more sheet of paper.
If there's a scroll case, I would suggest that, because that keeps your paper waterproof.
Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't look like there is.
Well, shame.
Ugh.
Don't touch it if it gets wet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I do have a pouch, so I can probably keep it in there if I just cram it in.
If you want to crumple it up, okay.
Well, I'll find a
Or
way
just
to
neatly
find
fold it.
Yeah. I might have a case in the back, says the general store owner.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. All right, I found a case that looks like it could fit, but it doesn't have a price tag on it, so, like, just give me 1 gold and we'll call it even?
Sure.
Cool. All right. And I will drag in the map case, or scroll case, or in this
you.
case, paper case.
Paper case.
Oh,
All right,
Also,
pleasure
because
doing
I bought
business
that
with
one-
you.
Of course, thank you. Also, because I bought that one singular piece of paper separate, it's now got 10 paper and then 1 paper.
That's the
That
special
makes
paper.
11 paper. This is just in the singular.
Yeah.
11 paper.
See, you do know math. You can go to school.
Of course I know math. I know how to count. How do you think I do shopping?
I assume blind luck.
No. I know how to count. I'm not that stupid.
What is
Oh,
12
and I'm sure-
plus 4?
16.
You did it! She blows a little party streamer that appears out of nowhere.
I'm noting
That seems a
this
little
for-
harsh.
I'm noting this for a long rest conversation. Thanks, Swift. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
You're welcome.
when your
Alright.
own fairy negs you in public.
All right, well, I'm ready for the start of my experimentation education.
Don't blow anything up within city limits.
I promise.
Hmm.
All right.
I promise, smiley face.
Yeah. I promise. Beep.
Also, Patrick, what you just said, I was full on thinking. You look for people in the marketplace, you find nicks.
You would find nicks. I
Yes,
would do that if you rolled low. Oh, I mean, like, you find someone bragging about how much money they have. They look suspiciously like Nicks.
Nix doesn't need help buying paper. They've got enough money. They're the type of person I steal from.
I don't brag, I'm just too honest.
It's okay, we love you.
That could still get you in a lot of trouble sometimes.
All
Oh,
right.
never change, honey. Let's go.
Okay, so seems like everyone is done for the day, doesn't need any more shopping. So, in that case, you all head to bed in the slum district in the Scattered Sign Inn. It is, it's a little loud, but that's what you get when you stay above an inn. In a very industrial town. But, aside from, like, modern noise, like cranking, whirring, muttering from down below, sleep is uninterrupted, and you wake up the next day.
Awesome.
All right. So, everyone eventually comes down, gets everything settled. Carolina claps her hands. All right, let's head out and get some fat loot. Helena, still hungover, is like, the short one speaks my language. Let's go. I like you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you say.
You get a little strum flourish on that one. Da-da-da-da-dun.
Megan stops for a moment, considers this, and then goes, opens her jaw and goes,
I love her, Your Honor.
All right.
right, traveling time, let's go.
Let's go. You head down the elevator back to the ground floor, hitch back up with old Gus the donkey, and start traveling southeast. The hills get smoother and smoother as you go, and the trees get bigger, thicker, until eventually, like, you start getting surrounded by them. The climate gets, like, a lot hotter. You are back in jungle territory, after all. There's the buzzing of insects around you. You can hear the hooting and growling of animals in the distance. Much more filled with nature than the industrial areas of Amayath. And I'm just gonna roll something real quick. Alright. I'm just gonna have to roll some other things real quick.
Yeah, let's go.
Go. Alright. Okay, Trill.
Yeah.
Everyone else seems to be just heading along normally through the edge of the jungle area. But you, your senses are more attuned to nature. You have a pretty good sense of perception of the world around you. And you, just barely, like at the corner, at the edge of your earshot, you hear the rustle of something in the trees, and like a soft growl from that same direction.
Oh, is it a recognizable growl of like an animal, or like more of like a monster type?
It sounds like an animal. It sounds like a big cat of some kind.
Ah, I just kind of like hold up my hand and be like, "Hang on, there's we're being watched again. There's some sounds like a cat in the trees. Probably just stay alert. And do I see which tree it's in?
Yes. It is like one of the trees eastward from your current position.
Okie dokie. I in like a confident but like gentle tone, I just kind of like generally announce like, don't mind us. Just passing through. We mean no harm. Etc. etc.
All right. You don't hear any response. Whatever's
Cool.
there is still there. You don't hear it move position, but it's not talking back to you.
Okay, is it still growling?
The growling stopped once you talked to it.
Okay. Cool. I'll take that as at least a neutral sign. So either that or it's just straight up quiet stalking now. So that's fun. But I guess we could continue but be alert.
So you think we're not going to get mauled?
Carolina, Carolina pulls out one of her many, many maps, consults the jungle area, looks up, puts one of her fingers in her mouth, licks it, sticks it up to the wind, grits her teeth, and says through them, "We should bear a little west. In fact, we should bear as far west as we can."
Oh?
Huh?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure we're in were-tiger territory.
Oh.
Oh, it's not just normal tigers.
Yeah, no, this is much worse.
Bad place.
Bad place.
Yeah.
Bad place. Just big nods.
Alright. Well, yeah. I mean, can go west, but how big is their territory?
Carolina gestures to the map. So we're at the edge of it now, like by this body of water, right? Right over to the edge of this lake. That is where their territory extends to. So don't go any further east than the water. And that is their personal hunting ground.
Fair enough.
I see.
Huh.
Well,
That
I'm sure
sounds good.
they... I hope they'd have a good hunt, but not for us. So...
Yeah, I hope they don't have a good hunt because they seem to be hunting for us. Could we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are we still here?
Alright. You all...
We can walk and talk.
Yeah. You all do some walking, talking, and backing up away from the tree line, away from the body of water that you think Carolina pointed to. You have a general sense of direction which way is west, especially with a cartographer around. So you take a little berth away from the main path, and you don't seem to be getting bothered by any were-tigers.
Thank goodness.
Alright. The path continues, going deeper through the jungle. You push and shove through some bramble and underbrush. It's slow going with old Gus, but not enough to like severely hamper you. Though you get the feeling if you went much further into the jungle, bringing a hoofed mammal with a cart on it is going to make travel slow. You do, however, notice, like, near the pass you take, there are pretty obvious signs of hoofed mammals, specifically. like some pretty big hoof prints that Zidane and I blanked on names. Zidane and Trill you'd probably recognize as like oxen, others like clearly more horses. So clearly hoof mammals do travel this area, but you can't imagine the travel is anywhere fast given the bushy and like foliage stuffed conditions. With all that said, the rest of the journey into the jungle continues without incident. You find a little copse of trees with a nice canopy overhead for cover and protection that seems like as good a place as any to make camp.
All
Lovely.
right.
All right, I know the drill. I'll take one watch.
I'll take a
I will
watch.
take one. I'll take one too.
All right. Okay, so in that case, first watch, please roll for me.
All right. Perception. Normal.
Megan, you are hearing all kinds of like wildlife noises from this jungle, like a lot of hissing, some roaring from tigers, where or otherwise. Some like deeper echoing, maybe reptilian growls. So you hear a lot, but it's so much noise that you don't know how close any of it is, relatively speaking, to you.
Okay. Jungle noises.
All right. Second watch.
I got it.
Tig joins you on this watch, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Not too shabby.
You also hear some jungle noises. You have pretty keen ears, so as far as you can tell, there's nothing like dangerously close to your encampment that's going to be a threat to the camp.
Alright. As he's keeping watch, he has the little crumpled up paper that has his name, as he's just like, and just like tries having trouble reading, and is in frustration kind of throws it down, just groans out in frustration.
So you hear in Draconic.
Just
Nice
ears
to know that
perking
you
up.
can be nice to know that you can be communicated with at the very least.
He looks over, seeing Tyves just standing there. Just as he starts speaking Draconic, just a little hard speaking the more humanoid languages.
No, definitely. It uses different parts of the mouth, teeth, and tongue, so I understand. It took me a little bit to pick up when I was younger as well. Well, if you want help with common, I would be happy to provide it, if that would be something you desire.
I would like that, yeah. Maybe reading too? I can't.
Oh.
I really can't read.
Absolutely. No, definitely. I noticed you had a bit of you were trying to read something just now?
He points to the crumpled piece of paper, which, yeah, again, has his name on the one that has like his name written on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, Zidane So, and kind of Tag would sort of go through it like phonetically, I suppose. That would probably be the easier way to teach someone how to read.
Alright. I'm going to roll.
Ooh,
Thing,
rolling
let's see how
time.
this works. That's only slightly better. He's still having a difficult time, but you can see that there is some progress. He's at least getting the first part, just z, z,
Mhm.
Common hard. Common really hard.
Common is hard. No, it really, really is. It's definitely not designed for, well, first off, sharper teeth. That's for certain. I've been meaning to ask, where did you get that, referring to the paper?
What was that?
Where did you get that? The paper, I mean.
He kind of thinks about it. Pop.
The ones who raised you?
Friend.
Okay. Tag just sort of nods a little bit. Why were you all alone when we found you? I guess is my question.
Always alone. He just kind of gives a shrug.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for Pup.
I see. Well, I mean, if you think they can be found in Sedaria, well...
I don't know. I look all over. No sign of Pup.
Well... I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully we can find them. I mean, I'd be willing to help at the very least. Noble enough cause.
I just don't know. I guess I just don't know where to look. I am good with hunting, but trying to find something without any sort of leads does make a hunt really difficult and take a lot longer.
True. Well, you know, if we ever get back to civilization and you need help asking around for things, I would be happy to provide my services until, you know, up until you get your common improved. What other languages do you speak, by the way? I'm curious. Is it just Draconic, or...?
No, I speak the old language. I think I heard someone call it primordial, I think it was.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I also speak the big people language.
You speak Giant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And oh no, I do know one humanoid language. As he kind of pulls his ears, just Elvish. Druids help me there.
Okay. Well, that's good, at the very least. I'm sure other people around here, at least somebody else has to speak Elvish in the party, right?
I think. Might need to try that in the morning.
Probably worth a shot. Well, Tag sort of like dust themselves off, they'd probably come down to sit next to you and just... Well, I will leave you to it. Like I said, always happy to help with any sort of, pronunciation, language, writing, reading, that sort of deal.
Thank you, Tyke. Thank you, Tyke.
You are quite welcome. And Tag will make their way back to their bedroll.
I think that sums up Zidane's watch as he goes over just to make sure that Nyx is awake. Just Nyx.
Huh?
And Common just, you. Time.
Oh, time. Thank you, Zidane. Appreciate it.
As he go and gets his little trance for the night.
It's trance time. Alright. So third watch.
Okay, otherwise known as Swift's watch that Nyx has to supervise. Oh no!
Swift is
Every time, baby.
Swift is busy putting the finishing touches on some of her artistic nudes.
Are you finished?
No.
Oh. Well, I'd like to see when you are finished.
Yeah, I bet you would. She says, wiggling
So-
her eyebrows.
Right, so you're an artist?
I doodle.
Oh, that's nice.
What do you do?
I can draw stick figures.
You know, everyone starts somewhere.
And then what do I do? I mean, I didn't really have a job. I just kind of volunteered here and there in my little village.
Ah, free from the capitalist hellscape, I see.
Well, no, we still paid for things. Just sometimes cut corners with hugs.
Ah, hugs and drugs, I see.
No, not drugs. I mean, there's incense, but that's not really drugs.
Yours was a village of half measures.
We didn't do drugs.
How do you know?
Because I know! I lived there not all my life, but most of my life.
Did you go up to everyone and ask them, hey, do you do drugs?
No, I did not.
Well, then how can you know for sure?
Oh my god. Look, if it's not too much trouble, there was something I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Just since you were going on about it before, do they have schools in the Feywild?
I mean, not as you humans would understand them.
Well, I'm not human. I'm half-elf.
Humanoid. Okay, for the sake of conversation, when I say human or humanoid, I'm not being racist. That's just me giving a shorthand for a bunch of different species that share very similar biology, okay?
I understand.
Okay, cool. We get that I'm not racist.
Good. So, how did it work?
It depends on what you're in for. Like, a lot of the changelings there, they get told how to imitate humans/humanoids.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, I went to the School of Hard Knocks. I don't know what to tell you.
And, changeling, isn't that, I thought that was a babies get swapped at birth thing.
Yes and no.
So they do or they don't?
Yes and no.
Okay. Huh. Sorry, I don't know much about the Fey. The only thing I really know is about, like, fairy circles and how you shouldn't stand in them.
I mean, not unless you want a good time.
That's another thing as well. Something about you lose time in the Feywild?
I mean, time is a flat circle anyway. Who cares where it goes sometimes? All right.
And what do you like about the Feywild?
Well, besides the obvious of the drugs are way better.
Okay.
Okay, so, like, imagine that this place, has, like, a limit to how much senses can comprehend. Like, oh, my sight can appreciate sights up to 10. My smell can appreciate smells up to 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Feywild, ours go to 15. It's brighter, it's louder, it smells better, tastes better. It feels a lot better, if you know what I mean. She says, flipping to another artistic dude.
No, not really.
Shame.
I mean, it sounds lovely.
Yeah,
Like, really nice.
it is.
Cool. I mean, I guess for you with the spell, it's easy to get back. I was about to say that maybe we could go sometime, but that sounds a bit dangerous.
Yeah, probably.
Well, maybe when we're not hunting down the king and everything. Oh, gee, we're still doing that.
You sure are.
I mean, I don't really want to. Just kind of everybody else is, and you know, we made a promise to somebody.
Ah, the accomplice defense. I get where you're going at. Wink, wink, wink.
I mean, I'm not really going after the king. I'm more so trying to find the princess.
Ah,
you know where she is, do you?
I get. How the hell would I know?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she got lost in the Feywild or something.
She sure as fuck didn't.
Okay, well, good to know. We can cross that off the list.
Listen, like when royalty goes to the Feywild, that tends to make the news, and everyone wants to get their hands on them for illicit purposes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
I mean, no fault to anyone. Like even the Spring Court, they're the nice ones. They'd want to get their hands on royalty for illicit purposes.
There's different courts?
Yeah, spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Oh, cool. Cock said, where are you from?
Nyx.
Yes.
I am clad in orange. I smell like pumpkin spice. I want you to guess which court I belong to.
Well, orange is bright, which is summer. Okay, I get it.
You disappoint me in new ways every day, Nyx.
I know it's autumn. I'm not stupid.
That doesn't stop you from being a disappointment.
Okay, well, is it nice? Are you, like, stuck in that court?
Now, listen. Bay politics are weird and wild, and I've tried explaining them to people who have gone to school, and they still didn't get it. So, can we save this conversation for another day?
I mean, takes out the sheet of paper. I can make some short notes, and then we could talk about it, yeah, another time.
Alright. Okay, cool. Here's your short version. Yes and no.
Yes and no. Underneath the title, Fey Wild. Okay. And then takes another piece of paper and writes experiments. Okay, I think I'm done for the night.
You did it. I'm so proud. now back to my watch, she says, very clearly going back to doodling the artistic nudes.
Enjoy.
All right. Dawn rises.
Wake up, everyone. Hibernation's over.
It's spring.
Well, yes, that means hibernation is over, right?
Oh, look at you
Generally
being a clever
speaking.
bastard.
I do try my best.
Don't call my friend a bastard.
Oh no, she's right.
See, it's okay. I have bastard friends, so I can say it.
You bastard friends.
I have a rapport.
That was a journey.
Sure was. All right. So you continue your journey into the jungles. As the trees get thicker, the underbrush gets more packed and more dense, travel becomes slower. Old Gus, already stubborn, rarely wants to move much further than a couple yards at a time into the deep growth. Especially as, the ground underneath you, the grass, gets darker in color, wetter as you go along. So there's a little bit of splashing in your boots as you go through the thick jungle, the lower levels of the jungle floor. It is slow going. It is hot. You're being bitten by insects. It is not a fun trip. Yeah. And I'm gonna roll something real quick. Don't mind me.
A giant mosquito.
Don't you know about those things? You know what happened with the Mega Bear?
Oh my god.
To be fair, the Mega Bear needed our help, but
Yep. All right. You hear some chanting in a language none of you quite recognize, and peering through the brush to see what it is, you find several small creatures that look like humanoid salamanders. Drumming and chanting something, doing a little dance around a brush fire.
Oh, that looks good.
Would I have heard of people like this at all, maybe?
Make a nature check.
Sure. 14.
Vaguely. You don't know many details, but you have heard tale of native Sidarian creatures, although they have crossed oceans to other continents before, known as the Salaman.
Nice. Cool. They're just around a bonfire?
Around a bonfire, doing a little dance, doing some chants in Salaman tongue.
Trill's just watching, just actually pretty intrigued. Doesn't want to get any closer, but definitely trying to observe.
I want to study you under a microscope.
Well, I'm happy to go around quietly, not interrupt.
Oh yeah, definitely don't want to interrupt.
All right. You start heading around to give them their berth to do whatever little funky thing they're doing, and then the drumming stops, and you hear singing instead, this heavenly, almost church-like chorus taking the place of the jungle drums and the chanting.
Okay, yeah, interest peaked. Hello? Turn around. Excuse me?
All right. You turn around and see descending from the skies, going down through the canopy, is a tall winged woman with very dark skin, with feathery wings that are molting, dropping very sickly looking feathers as she slowly descends. Her two eyes are closed, but she has a third one, with black sclera and a big green central iris And as she slowly descends, you can notice in her hand is a golden greatsword. The Salaman look up, see this, and they start shouting at each other. And none of you speak Salaman, but you're pretty sure they're saying some variant of, "Oh shit, oh fuck, run." Because they clearly sound very panicked.
I'd like to take that advice.
Alright, Scarlet just stares at the scene, mutters something under her breath, and says, "We have to go. We have to go now."
Wait, what's wrong?
Questions later.
Going.
We are going.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Alright.
It's time to haul some ass.
Yeah, you haul ass. The brush rustles as you go, but the winged woman descended closer to the Salaman than anything else, and you can hear in the background her speaking to them. She says, "Hush, your suffering is over. I bring the peace of 1,000 heavens." And then some slashing, some screaming, some hissing and bubbling noises as you keep running. You don't know for how long, but you think finally they are over. Until you get about roughly, let's say, 5 minutes away from the scene and find in the clearing another, painted lizard-like creature, a Salaman. Eyes white, leaking, burning liquid from them, and shivering in place, rotating on the ground as he does. Scarlet, holds out a hand to stop everyone and is like, "Oh, shit."
What? What happened?
I believe I mentioned before that I was brought here on request of the Sun Scars to help with a pandemic across Sedaria, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
We found the source. We found her.
How contagious is this pandemic, apart from the source?
She draws her quarterstaff and approaches the Salaman, adjusts her mask and her cloak. Very. And she raises it, and she is about to, bludgeon the Salaman right on the head.
I'm not gonna stop her.
Yeah, no.
That Salaman is way too far gone, I think.
Yeah. Trill doesn't like it, but will let it because the mercy.
Right.
Dad, allow.
Alright. So, unnerving as it is, Scarlet bump brings down the quarterstaff and crushes the skull of the Salaman, giving it a couple more whacks until he stops twitching. Right, she says, turning to you. Alright, eyes open, everyone. I need to examine you.
Sure.
Right.
Hmm?
Is this disease magical or something? Because
You too, Megan.
okay, Megan's lenses kind of just turn on.
Alright. She does an examination of everyone in the party, before nodding. You're clear.
What does the disease do?
This is, one of many. That one in particular, it's got the nickname Angel's Fire. I could go over all the precise medical details, but for the sake of keeping everyone on the same page, it burns your brain.
What?
Oh my god. That sounds like torture.
Wait, Is that who
Megan
that was?
instinctively.
Sorry.
It's okay. Megan instinctively puts her hand to her head and then puts it back down.
Is that who that was? An angel?
Yes, indeed. And then Helena mutters, to Traciel.
Oh, hi.
Jesus.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with this.
Right, great, agreed, we're all on the same page. We're never messing with the Traciel. Am I right? Says Helena.
Mm, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to not mess with her for the time being. That's for certain.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, how is the like the plague spread? Is it airborne or through other like magical means or what?
We're still doing some research. You have to understand, these are both very new and very deadly diseases, so we can't afford to get too close without proper protection. Scarlet taps her mask. Our current theory is spread through air, but holding one's breath has not proven an effective method of getting around the disease.
Ah, great.
Good to know how well and truly fucked we are if something happens then.
Yeah.
Megan notes that Scarlet told her to show her eyes as well, and says, "What me do?"
She sighs. Unfortunately, yes. Even beings that do not share our biology, beings that do not even need to breathe, have been affected by some of Traciel's diseases.
Megan nods.
There is a contact we have in Sedaria, a doctor who's been working somewhere in the northeast, I forget where. Elven woman named Shiava Sianadel. I'll see if I have the notes so we can spell her name properly.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But she has been doing most of the front lines work trying to figure out how to cure it. We haven't found a cure yet, but we have found methods to make the symptoms less awful, let's say.
Has any of it spread beyond Sedaria that you know of?
Not yet. Helena says once more, Traciel was said to be like the guardian angel of Sedaria proper. I'd be surprised if she, did any moving past her home turf.
Sure is a funny way to guard a continent, that's for certain.
Yeah, a lot of things turn out to not work out the way I was told about them when I was a kid.
Has anyone kind of stopped to think we may have been way over our heads here?
Ways.
The more you think about it, the worse it gets.
Yeah. So here is my thinking about it. We're still heading to the tower, right? And at the top of that tower is going to be one of those travel rooms, right? So
Yeah, we could just
Yes.
fuck right
yeah,
off.
we activate that. We fuck off. We'd never come this way again. How's that sound?
Works for
Perfect.
me.
Ace's plan.
Megan nods.
Perfect. Well, on the off chance we do decide to do something about it, I'll just make a note of it here. Scarlet hands over the note she received
This is the basic description of the job from Javasianadel herself. And I will show the quest details to you.
Oh boy.
Le moi.
All right, let's get a look here. Fallen angel. All right.
Damn.
I've been so excited to see this design.
It's a lot of potions of poison resistance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I want
A tattoo?
A magic tattoo.
of a paw.
The best kind.
Wow.
Defeat or permanently stop. Does that include romance?
I'm not
You
saying
want
nothing.
to?
Oh.
Do you want to try banging the plague angel?
Nix, no. Me, myself, and I. You never know.
Ditto.
Well, you're not here.
Listen,
Yourself and you are not here, unfortunately.
You are not here.
we don't know if she's got an STD or if it's just regular diseases.
Oh no.
Okay. We should go to the tower quickly then.
Yeah.
Agreed.
As quick as this donkey will let us, mutters Carolina.
Old Gus is doing his best.
Old Gus does only what he wants to. Alright.
Megan stays to make sure the cart's not bumping around too much and helps it over like roots or whatever if they start bumping
Oh,
on things.
it's definitely bumping, but with like 9 people among you, you're pretty good at making sure that the cart doesn't completely overturn. The terrain
Okay,
is,
no rolling needed.
yeah, the terrain is difficult, but not difficult enough that I would need you to keep the cart steady. Like, I would need that for cases of like an earthquake or something.
Okay. Just for flavor text.
Just for flavor
Yeah.
text. All right. So, you continue along it's a still pretty slow journey through, and night starts to fall. The sun gets lower and lower in the sky, shining less and less through the jungle. And there are more and more hissing noises that surround you. But soon enough, you find the source of the hissing, a pretty tall obelisk that pierces through the canopy and provides what you would assume is a nice view of the rest of the jungle, with a sign in front written in Draconic and Common, but Common is like a sliding, almost serpentine cursive, naming this place the Obelisk of the Snake. But before we tackle the Obelisk of the Snake, we are going to go on break. We will see you all in a few minutes while we get hydrated and we try not to die from pixie dust. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back to our adventures in Sedaria. When we last left off, our heroes encountered one of the 10 towers of Sedaria, this one in the jungle, the Obelisk of the Snake. It is indeed on the outside decorated with a lot of snake imagery. You can see like chutes that are carved into the stone on the outside that run up and down, circling the obelisk itself, along with other various carvings you would guess are of religious making. You notice that there is a lot of Draconic that is carved and written around. You would guess possibly from Yuan Ti, because they share that language with Draconids, like kobolds and Dragonborn and actual dragons. But You also notice that this obelisk is very, very, very old looking. Like, age has not been kind to it. It looks very dark, very black stone, makes up said obelisk, but it also looks very withered from age. Thousands of years, you would guess, just from a quick look at it. And it stands before you as the sun starts to set.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, it's dark. It's lamplighting time.
Lamplighting time.
Time to. Yeah, we now we can light that brand spanking new lamp I got.
Le moi.
Ooh.
You got
Yeah.
the lamp.
Fancy.
All right. I'll consume one of these.
No, don't eat the lamp!
Don't eat the lamp.
I'm not eating the lamp.
Delicious lamp. All right.
Older, I required me.
So, lamp lights bright light 15 radius, dim light for 30. So, let's go. As I get away from sound mode and get some light on you.
All right. Fill that lamp up with one of these flasks of oil.
Ah, lovely.
And now, let there be light.
All right. Anyone else wish to light torches?
Um,
I can see.
Yeah, I'll light
Yeah, I'm
one.
good.
I don't have any, so no.
All
Megan
right.
turns to the next.
Stay close.
Okay.
That was not a threat. I just talk this way.
Sure. Sorry, I just gave all mine to Cosmo. Oh shit. Did I forget to get them off Cosmo?
Are they in the cart instead?
Probably
Can we-
few.
I assume that we moved things.
You
We
can
put a lot of
check
things on the cart.
Look, that
We
was a
can check
blur
the
of a
cart.
couple hours. It's okay,
We
I'll
can
stay
indeed
with you,
check the
Megan.
cart. Hang. All right. The cart. Where's the car go? Yeah. You have torches. Torches are on the cart.
Okay, good.
We didn't leave. We didn't bury anything with Cosmos. Some offering.
Except us,
Some offering
honestly.
that would have been.
Let's put his butt. Oh wait, he's resistant to fire. Stay with me, Helena. Stay with your drinking buddy.
All right.
Oh,
As you get closer to the tower, you can get some more complete sentences in Draconic on the side of it. And those who can read say that it says a couple things. First, there is a message. This obelisk documents the wars of heaven and hell for the sake of Sedaria. Beware those who would travel within, for serpents of devouring shadows still lay guard here.
Huh.
Serpents of devouring shadows still lay guard here.
You know, maybe lighting a torch from the cart wouldn't be the worst idea now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Would you like to go
fun.
back, Nix? Would you like to go back outside and grab a torch from the car?
Sure.
All right.
I will grab a torch. Yeah.
I will remove one torch from the cow.
Thank you.
All right.
Megan opens up her lamp, and then lets Nix light it from there.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Let there be more light.
Ooh.
Well, it's time to explore. Is all this stuff outside? Like
You
the
are
trees and
currently
all that?
standing outside. Beneath, there is a not quite doorway, but hollowed out section collapsed north of Trill and Megan that lets you step into the obelisk itself.
I'm gonna tread real carefully, one step at a time.
All right.
Really quick,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a thing.
Okay. As a ritual, you cast Detect Magic to see, hey, is there any magic here in the area? The obelisk is greater than 1 foot of stone, so you cannot see past that area. The area you can see inside that Detect Magic can pierce does not detect anything.
Cool, good, excellent, very good.
While you've got that active, does this vial ping as magical?
Yes, the vial pings as magical. It pings as not transportation. I was seeing the word cart. Transmutation magic.
Interesting. Thank you very much.
Stepping inside, there is a lot of collapsed stone here. Bits where vines and ivy have broken through into the obelisk itself. More chutes are along the walls here. Very, very small ones, thin ones. Not ones that you could like easily step upward onto or climb. However, in the center of the obelisk, there is a spiral staircase.
Well, I guess we need to go up anyway.
Mhm.
All right, spiral staircase it is. That's this little thing right here, right? Yeah,
Yes.
right here. Got
Mhm.
it. Oh,
Whoop.
that automatically teleported me.
Yep. The top step of the staircase is going to automatically teleport you upward to a new floor.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
I get the
Right.
feeling that there are things here.
All right. There might be. Hush. You don't see anything.
Excuse me, what was that?
You don't see anything.
Did you
I
see
don't see
something?
anything.
Nope. All right. The second floor here has been turned into a nest of a couple of snakes. You can see them like slithering back and forth, some of them going into the chutes and sliding down them, some slithering up them to avoid having to use the stairs. And painted along the floor is a message in Draconic. The paint looks a lot more recent than the obelisk itself. So, since people who can read Draconic are up here, the message reads something along the lines of, you can't see the full message, but it appears to be written with like another serpentine cursive hand, but it's talking about a den of vipers referred to in the texts of old, since sent back to Ormdell, which I'm going to spell right here.
Thank you.
You don't need to see who said that. You don't need to see who said that.
It's a little sus.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway,
That's
yeah, the text sent off to Ormdell. Refer back to the Den of Vipers. Know that I am among them, brothers, and cannot be found so easily now that the demon and angel are descended.
ominous at all.
Sorry, ascended or descended?
Descended.
Okay.
Up the stairs.
Okay.
we go.
I mean, I guess I'll look around. Yeah, look around more on the floor before we head up.
All right. Can I have you roll perception, please?
Sure, I would love to. 10.
Okay. Tig, as you pass through the doorway, you hear something hiss and then lunge out at you. But it's a bit too late to dodge because it is already in motion towards you. It's going to have a surprise attack with advantage.
Oh,
Oh, it's
Alright.
lovely.
So, fight. Advantage, please. That wasn't advantage, but I'm guessing 23 will hit.
yeah, I will.
Whoa.
Don't mind if I do. That's a lot of damage all of a sudden.
Oh.
Yep.
Get the con save real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Con save was a 20 at least.
Okay, so, it is only 4 piercing damage.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's a relief.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh wait, half damage on successful ones. So 4 piercing plus 5, so 9 total. So,
Okay.
alright. There is a mighty chomp as the snake lunges out of the shadows and then hisses, rattling a tail, and disappears into the shadows again.
You just hear from the other room, motherfucker!
Huh? You okay?
in there?
Shadow snake!
What
Shadow
happened?
snake bit me! Shadow snake
Okay.
bit me!
Alright, are you, let's see.
Shadow
I'm
snake.
fine.
Wait. Are
I'm
you,
fine. I don't know. It disappeared into the shadows. What else am I to find? Invisible snake bit me? Or snake that can become visible at will bit me? Sorry, it hurts.
Oh.
I'm fine. I don't think I'm poisoned or anything. But sort of like rubs at their like fucking like arm where they got bit. Either
Ooh.
way, 0 out of 10.
You sure? That looks
Ew.
like a nasty bite.
I think it'll be fine.
Here. If you don't mind, I could help with that a little bit.
If you want to, I wouldn't want you to waste your spells if they're not necessary.
I find this to be a necessary case.
If you say so. Thank
Alright.
you.
That is 8 points of healing to get rid of the snake bite, put a little magical tourniquet on it, get the venom out. Meanwhile,
Thank you.
in the northeast section of this floor, Nizip and Megan, you see one of the snakes that has made a nest of this has gotten very, very big. Like you would wager around 12 feet long, coiled up. It opens its eyes, which have like this spiral pattern behind them, and stands up, staring at both of you, flashing like a frilled hood around it with a rattle that almost like knocks around in your head as it does.
Megan stares at this thing.
Big snake.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I'm a
I love
poke it.
Megan so much.
All right, you poke
Boy.
you poke the big snake, and it as you do, the snake turns to you, and its eyes start moving their spiral as it is staring into you, and you get a sense trying to seize your mind.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Hypnoboa.
Hypnoboa, it's
What a
sparkling with
name.
listen, like
Oh no! It's like I'm having flashbacks of all the Cobb pictures on DeviantArt.
it's Call with the frill. Oh no!
It's Cobb with a frill.
All right, can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, Nizib?
Absolutely.
Oh no.
All right.
Yikes!
Unfortunate. So,
Oh,
Nizip, you find yourself entranced by how gorgeous this thing is. Like, its scale pattern, phenomenal. It sparkles in what light you've brought into it from the torches. The eyes, just absolutely enchanting. The frill looks gorgeous. You are charmed by the snake. And you hear in your mind the snake's words. So, are you done with poking, friend?
yeah?
Good. Now that we are friends, tell your friends they have two choices. Leave or be my dinner.
Hey guys, he says you've got a couple choices.
Uh-huh.
We can leave, or we can be his dinner.
Yeah, I'd be happy to leave. We could just go upstairs. Sounds good.
Looks at me.
Yeah.
What did they say?
Said sure.
Sure to which one? I don't speak your non-forked tongue.
The first one?
Ah, yes, the leaving one. Appreciate it. I enjoy my nap. I have my eyes on you, friend. All right, so the Hypnoboa is releasing charmed control over you in the sense that you can move now on your own, and you can take reactions, but you cannot harm the Hypnoboa or any other snakes you find in the tower.
Can I try and fight it?
Yes.
I don't recommend.
As in fighting with
Well,
another
fight the
saving throw.
control.
Yeah.
Fight the hypnotism.
Oh,
Fight the
okay,
hypnotism.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Got it. I'd be like,
It's the
slap
struggle
him.
against the control of the snake, not against the
Yeah,
snake itself.
I slap him with friendship.
Yeah, this would count as the end of your turn, so go ahead, do it again.
The saving throw, yeah?
Saving throw, yes. That is just enough to break free.
Wahoo! Cool, yeah, we'll be on our way, sir.
All right.
Okay, let's go. Swift, can you stop dancing in front of me so I can leave?
Swift is just very excited. So we're going up or back down?
Up.
Okay, good.
we are leaving upwards.
Lead the way, Swift.
We're gonna not touch the snake.
Ooh, with this-
Snake!
All right, so
Oh!
there are even more snakes on the third floor, like piles and piles of them, dozens, if not
Oh.
hundreds of them, scattered all over the floor. Like
Goddamn
My
technically,
anaconda.
technically every tile has some snakes. I just put ones where they're the densest have tokens with them.
My anaconda don't want none of these anacondas.
Ordinos, excusey.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the place to move. There we go.
Excuse
boy.
me.
At the risk of sounding super cliche, hey Tig, do you want to play something for them?
I mean, I'm not trained as a snake charmer, but I can certainly try if that would be allowed.
Sure, roll performance to calm the snakes.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd love to. 27.
Oh my
20! Holy shit!
Trill, you're the biggest brain motherfucker on the planet.
Alright, so what kind of tune are you playing? Are you playing, like, to calm the snakes, to tell them to get the hell back? Or...
Probably like just a calm so we can like move around you. I don't want to like rile them up in any way, basically.
Alright.
Not make the snakes mad.
You play some soothing chords on your little bass, and the snakes perk up, listen. Some start swaying to it. Others like just slither a little closer to here. Most slither away because they get startled by the noise. But other than that, the snakes look mostly pacified. Enough of them actually moved that you can see more writing in Draconic. This one more ancient, like carved into the obelisk rather than painted on. And there are pictures near it showing a large woman with the body of a snake, the torso of a like humanoid woman with long hair, and 6 arms, each armed with scimitars, leading like demonic figures, as best you can tell, like monstrous little creatures all over the place. And the Draconic explains that long ago, in ages past, between the reigns of Kanavak and Lord Tatadgova, who I'm going to spell out because names are fun. Between the reigns of Kanavak and Lord Tatadgova, demons emerged from the foulest pits of the abyss, led by a Merilith general, to try and take Sedaria for their own.
Weird flex, but okay.
Glad that
That?
didn't work out for them.
Zane just points, just that?
Yeah, would have been.
That. Just aggressive nodding.
Cool. Well, I don't particularly want to explore around anymore, so I'm happy to just keep going up the stairs.
Yes, please.
Everyone go up first
Yeah.
while I keep this up. I've been just sort of like playing this entire
Absolutely.
time,
Yeah.
keeping up the tune.
Entertain the snakes!
Yep.
I just wiggle past the snakes.
It's time to snick roll them.
Alright. So
Enjoy your snave.
So the fourth floor does not have any snakes in piles. Just a couple of them you can see going up and down various chutes around the sides. But it does have draconic runes and carvings that continue the story. And also, this set of spiral staircases has a door in front of it. A massive stone door with a twisting stone serpentine lock looping over itself, holding the door shut, and like a wicked, jagged-looking curved knife on a chain nearby. So there's also a plaque next to the chain and the knife in Elven. But in Draconic, the story continues, and it shows an angelic figure and some humanoid soldiers behind her, flying towards the demon army and driving them backwards, reading how the angel Tetrasiel swore guardianship over the land of Sedaria. She took to the battlefield, leading the charge against the demonic horde, and sundered the General Merilith in a single strike. So, The plaque in Elven, by the door, reads, "As Tetrasiel slew the demon in a single strike, without looking back, so must you. You may go through your killing blow only at the crossroads." And the lock actually has a reference picture for this particular puzzle.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, goody.
Sorry, could you repeat the inscription again, please?
Yes, I can. I can even copy and paste it.
Thank you.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
please.
excellent. Thank you.
That would be helpful.
As Tetrasiel
Bless.
slew the demon in a single strike without looking back, so must you. You may go through your killing blow only at the crossroads.
Is this a maze? Where do we start?
Must go through a killing blow only at the cost.
I'm seeing everybody's cursors like going through this.
Oh, I see.
Mine's doing that too. It's just funny to see everybody
Yeah.
tracing this.
I'm interested to know why that was all in Draconic and this part is only in Elvish. It's a bit random.
Make a history check.
Okay. Nice music.
Thank you.
9.
You're not sure.
Oh. It's a bit weird, but okay.
May I roll history?
Sure.
I love that. Sure.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
That's so fucking funny. I was gonna say I'm proficient in history, but this is funnier.
This
so
is much funnier.
this is just better.
Just a bunch of people who don't.
Oh, only reason I asked because hi, person who speaks both languages. Maybe. Very possible, maybe, but nah, dice are like, nah, you're dumb, dude.
So my guess is that we strike through the snake proverbial somehow, but it has to be at a point where we can go past it using the crossroads. I mean, I guess it seems like that's what the knife would be for at the very least.
Uh-huh.
Just speaking out loud.
Do you think the scale, the grain of the scales matters?
I mean, it does seem to be going in,
Yeah, there are certain places where it like
logical
flows,
direction.
where they flow.
You can
like-
always make an intelligence check for hints.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Here.
love to.
Right
Wait,
there.
just for clarification, is this a picture or is this like something in front of us?
This is a representation of the lock in front of you.
Oh, of the lock. Okay.
So is it like a 3-dimensional lock or like something more like flat?
It twists in and around itself, but for purposes of the puzzle, this is the full shape of the lock. So you don't have to worry about depth.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Okay. So where do we start?
'Cause I don't want to think in 3D, and I don't want you guys to think in 3D either.
So if
Oh,
we're following the grain of the scales, right here is where the scales start going in either direction.
Yeah, that's where they can. That's where this diverge.
Now, all
I
that
see.
being said, the knife looks sharp enough that the grain of the scales doesn't appear to matter. It'll cut through whatever direction you go.
Okay.
You just have to cut through all the pieces.
Through all the pieces.
But
So
it's
we
not
have to trace the
continuous.
shape.
But it's continuous.
You have to trace all the pieces without overlapping anything except the crossroads.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
so
get it.
one continuous stroke, it looks
Mhm.
like.
Yeah. One continuous stroke, you can't go backwards, and you can't
Yeah,
go
no.
over the same path twice.
Let's pull out
Okay.
old reliable MS Paint.
I think I got it.
Okay.
I think,
Okay.
if I can draw on it. Start here and start going this way, and then follow. I don't think I can draw.
I think only I have drawing tools, so...
Okay.
Oh,
So
I got
there,
it.
there,
Okay.
there, there, there.
All right.
Yep.
How the hell did you do that so quickly?
Well, I knew I needed to start at one of these places.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
I was-
incredible.
Also, I have a monitor, so I can use my little thingy and
Oh, yeah.
point on it.
Yeah, I was working like the exact opposite path you were. I just couldn't quite get there before you.
Hell yeah, same brain cell, the Draconics.
Because I was like, okay, it's continuous. Now where do I start?
Mhm.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's places where there is an odd number of nodes, basically.
Mhm.
As long as you start from
Yeah.
there are a bunch of different paths you can take that will slice through. But the path looks set. You grab the knife, dig it in, and chunk, carve through the lock, putting the knife down as you get to the ending point. There's a click, the lock glows and disappears, and the door opens.
Good.
All right. So, at the top of the next set of stairs beyond the door is the top of the obelisk.
Oh,
Already?
Oh wow.
Yep.
oh. We
It's-
got through the snake. We didn't
Yeah, we
have to
didn't
fight
fight the
any snakes, thank God.
Yeah.
yeah, by just opting not to fight the snakes, you turbo rush to the top of the obelisk. Let's go.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
because that means it's a good thing you interpreted my poking as just a harmless poke, because I was just getting ready to roll and you started describing just poking. So I'm like, okay.
Okay. All right. So, as you get to the top, there is yet another pedestal that, when touched, activates a teleportation sigil and a view across the jungles of Sedaria. It's a little harder to see through the jungle to every detail, but you get a very, very good look regardless. You can see wildlife and like life in general here. Trees, flowers, animal species, some of which you've never seen, some of which you may not see in your lifetime, may be discovered by people hundreds of thousands of years from now. But you see all across the vast plant lands, even through ruined areas all around, collapsed stone buildings where man attempted to make civilization, life, even amidst ruin, even amidst takeover, even amidst rumors of snakes and serpents that have overtaken every inch of ground, you see the essence of life in Sedaria here in the southeast.
Whoa.
I don't think that feeling's ever gonna get old.
It never will.
Zidane just kind of just says under his breath in Elvish, just beautiful.
Yeah. Really beautiful.
It takes him a moment, but he realized that Nyx just responded, just turns, just like, wait, you speak Elvish?
Yeah.
Looks at the ears, and then it just clicks. Just, oh.
Oh, you speak it fluently?
He just kind of taps his ears, just just
Oh wow! I didn't know.
little rusty, but decent enough, I think.
That's good to know. Yeah, it's beautiful, wonderful even. It's history.
Scarlet puts a hand on your shoulder, Zidane, and she starts speaking in Elvish. Good to know we can have a nice conversation every now and again.
His eyes just sparkle. You now notice he can speak with people in different languages. He doesn't have to speak common. He's happy.
What? I was told I had to meet up with an elf. I thought I would brush up on my Elvish.
Just looking to everyone else to see who understands any of this.
Not
Yeah, just
Trill.
Nope.
Just-
Carolina raises an eyebrow. Ablas halfling?
Just still need to work on my common then, so everyone else can hear me or understand me.
Well, we've got time. We can help you.
All the help.
I love him!
So, I guess the question is which tower do we want to go to? Gus and the cart are downstairs.
With 3 sigils activated, any transportation left in close proximity to the tower is considered registered with you guys.
Okay, thank goodness.
Okay.
Convenient.
we don't have to. We don't have to sign up.
Makes sense.
We don't have to be like, oh, excuse me, we're just leaving. We're just leaving. Please don't bite us again. Or
Promise,
this is-
super leaving.
we are super leaving.
Push the donkey in the cart upstairs. Try not to have the snakes decide he's delicious.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Or you,
Well, I
you
mean,
do not want this donkey is gamey. You do not want to eat this.
Oh, yeah, speaking of bites, Tig, how are you feeling? You didn't get too much venom, did you?
No, feel relatively fine, thank you. Sort of rubs at the arm.
Good. Yeah, they're snake bites, especially, ones as large as that, are definitely not the best.
No, not at all. Alright, team. Which tower do you think?
It's a long way to a lot of fun. No, is it not?
The north one will put us back on the path where we kind of were.
Yeah. North gets you
Rhino
by
Sanctuary, yeah.
Yeah, by the sanctuary and by a road that leads directly up to the swamp tower.
Okay,
Yeah, north.
let's go back up to the clock tower then.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You touch the transport pedestal once more. It starts glowing with an intense blue light that, spreads to cover the entire top part of the tower. And then, boom, you vanish. About an hour or so later, the blue light fades, and you find yourselves atop Little Lion Clock Tower.
Okay. We don't have to fight any water weirds on the way back down, do we?
You do not have to fight water weirds on the way back down. However, it is dusk.
Okay.
I'd be happy to
Probably-
camp at the top of the tower, honestly.
Camp out up here.
You can camp out at the top of the tower. However, Gus is below the tower.
Oh, true.
should- Okay, well, as long as we don't have to fight any water weirds, let's head back down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Your
Trill
sur-
can just, glide back down to go watch around, where Gus is.
Your
Make
survey
sure he's
is
okay.
granted you free passage up and down the tower. Please enjoy.
Yay.
Hooray.
All right. You climb on down the tower and make camp at the base with old Gus.
Right. Oldsworth, Gustavington. Okay, I'll take a watch.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're taking more than just a watch if we're at the clock tower.
Hey.
Ha ha.
there you go.
Oh.
I can take third watch.
Okay. So in that case, let's go. First watch.
Right. Give me big money. That's not really big money, but that's all right.
Well, big
It's
money.
money.
Yeah, 10 is average.
Decent
so
money.
You beat the average.
Decent
Average money. Average money.
Average money. You take a scan around. The clock tower does function as a clock tower, and it is ticking. So you do hear a lot of that, and make sure there are no other weird sounds or water weird sounds coming down to get you. But otherwise,
I take the word of the room of the. I take the word of the PA system. It's fine.
all right, it's fine. Yeah. No danger during your part of watch.
All right. I go back into sleep mode.
Okay, second watch.
Second watch, let's go.
Let's go.
Why? Why?
Perfectly average.
I mean, it is perfectly
Dice-
average, so it's fine. You're fine.
Dice are not on my side. Dice are not on my side, but it'll be okay.
It's fine.
But your bonuses at least make it
fine.
average. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right, it's perfectly fine. It's the average. You look around, everything seems perfectly fine.
I did not like that dice roll.
Why?
You're just making sure it's perfectly fine. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, this is the perfectly
Don't take
fine
him at
dice
his
roll.
word. Exactly. You would dare think that our lovely, wonderful, beautiful GM would lie to us? He would never.
God, why did I even consider it?
Exactly. Truly.
All right. Does Nyx have permission to talk to Zidane?
Yes, they do.
So Nyx will approach Zidane and speak to them in Elvish and say, so now we've discovered this, I'd like to find a way to make talking a bit more easier for you. Do you know what your first language is?
He thinks for a moment, just... Don't know.
Okay.
I've just picked languages up.
What's the one you're most comfortable with then?
He kind of thinks for a moment, just... Is dog talk a language?
I'd assume so. I mean, I don't really know. Well, I know how to tell a dog to sit and shake paw, but I guess that wouldn't really help.
Nah. Oh. Well, I guess... Wolf talk? Not talk, but... don't know a better word.
Bark? Like, woof?
No. What's Elvish word? Not talk, but understands.
Oh, I get you. Comprehend?
Close.
Sorry, I'm
but
using... Yeah, I'm using two big words, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a little rusty with Elvish. Haven't
It's all right.
spoken it in. He kind of like starts counting on his fingers, just 15 years.
How old are you?
He just shrugs, just kind of old, but also not.
Oh, yeah, it works different for elves, doesn't it?
So I've heard.
Okay. I get you. Well, I'll take it slow for you, and then we could just build onwards. If that's what you like.
Trying to learn common again, so it would be nice to be better at Elvish as well.
And coach you. Do you know the word for friend?
I know, friend.
Do you know it in common?
As he kind of thinks for a bit, just friend.
Yeah. That's it.
He like puts his hands up, halfway, just yeah.
Well, how about we do this? Say you're comfortable with some words, I'll talk in common, but if it gets a bit too complicated, I'll switch to Elvish. We can just go back and forth.
Not bad idea. Tig's also helping me with common.
Okay, well maybe we can, how do you put it? Do a lesson plan? Because otherwise we might be teaching you the same thing and then we wouldn't even know it.
Oh, I get it.
Alright, I shall consult with Tig. I've never been a teacher before.
Teach yourself how to teach. Right?
Yeah, I can do that.
You got this.
Oh, thank you. I'll do my best for you, friend.
Friends.
Friend. A little secret friend handshake.
Friend handshake, let's go.
And handshake.
I like the idea they try to do one handshake and they mess it up, so they try another one, just turns into the friend handshake.
Yes.
Just slapping each other. Brilliant.
All right. Third watch.
Oh boy. Perception, yeah?
Perception, yes.
Okay, you know what? I am proficient in perception.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use my side-bolstered knack to add, I believe it is a D6.
So I bolstered what now?
Side-bolstered neck. Nice! 15.
Hey, that is better.
That is much better. All right. So, you are more on alert thanks to a little boost of psionic energy, keeping you awake during the wee hours of the morning, making sure nothing weird happens. And as you keep watch, you can hear the sound of a big sword being dragged across the ground. It's fairly noticeable because you can hear, like, you're on fairly rocky terrain, so you can just hear a dragging, grinding sound getting closer to camp.
Can I try and look in the direction it's coming from? Because I don't like that.
You sure can. You see a very thin, hunched-over figure shuffling, dragging itself towards camp. It has, like, long, very greasy black hair covering most of its face, and in one hand, it is dragging behind a pretty nasty-looking sword, like, black covered in a sharp red spiky edge, and it has, as you can see from this distance, stitches in its pale arms and presumably the rest of its body. It looks very, very pale, very gaunt, and very, very undead.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke the cleric for assistance here.
I'm a healer, damn it, mutters Sister Scarlet, getting up.
Yeah, but you're the most proficient in this, I assume.
She blearily gets up, hears the description, looks over in the direction of the approaching figure. I'm not gonna private roll this. You need to see what the result is.
Yeah.
Yeah. She squints. Definitely undead. I'm gonna guess Revenant.
What do we do about it?
I don't know. Did you do anything to piss off someone who died recently?
Not that I know of.
Alright. Well, then, I didn't do anything, and it doesn't look like anyone I recently killed, so my plan is to hope it's not after me. And
Okay then.
the Revenant drags its sword, gets into camp, looks upward with a snap. Some hair droops out of its face. You see it's female from this distance. She's got softer features in the face, but her front teeth have been sharpened into fangs, and her eyes are completely pale. And there is another big stitch mark running down her face as she looks around and just kind of stares at everyone's tent. Not here, she groans.
I'm sorry?
She turns over to you, Nizip. He's not here.
Not here.
Yes.
Nope, not here.
She turns to look away, but then looks back. Been a while since anyone talked. Do you know Quarrick?
I make a roll to see if I know Quar. Oh wait, that's a language, isn't it?
Nope. Sounded like a name.
Okay.
Zidane, you did not say that name. Don't worry about it. But you can roll history to see if you know the name Quarrick. You've heard of him. He's a rogue, swashbuckler type figure from what you've heard, who has been around Sedaria for a couple of years now. You never met him personally, but you have heard the name before.
I've heard of him, but I've never met him.
That doesn't help. She groans.
I'm sorry.
Also, this Revenant is making absolutely no attempt to be quiet or stealthy, so if anyone hears this, they can wake up to see what the hell.
Megan is conscious, just in power saving mode.
Zidane, who's kind of getting out of trance, just person looks over, kind of just looks over, just oh, that's new.
Megan asks, right?
I don't think so.
Megan nods.
I'm not after you.
Megan nods, is not visibly going for her swords or anything, but it's good to make sure.
And if you mean us no harm, we mean you no harm.
Good luck harming me.
I believe it.
Alright.
If you find him, send word for Miss Raleigh. I will find you. I'm very good at finding people.
Ooh.
Ooh.
She got bones for legs.
Ms. Raleigh. Ooh, I like her. Looks happier than I expected it to be.
That's her violence face.
She's happy when she's enacting violence, apparently on this Quark fella.
Good luck to you.
With no one stopping her, Ms. Raleigh snaps her neck back down, hair goes back to covering her face, and she drags herself and her twisted leg out of camp, sword dragging and scraping along the ground as she does.
All right, there she goes, shambling off.
Well, that was fun.
Megan turns to Nizib.
Should we be worried?
I don't think so, unless Quark ends up being friend and not foe.
Let's wait when we get there.
Yes, we will.
Alright. Dawn arrives.
So, I was awake, but I was keeping my eyes closed and hoping it was a dream. What was that last night?
I believe it was a revenant looking for someone named Quark.
That was fairly
Poor-
terrifying, says Carolina.
Yeah?
Definitely an alarming wake up.
But-
Yeah, but
Not bad.
It's no hearing us.
yeah,
Didn't seem-
they meant us no harm.
Yeah, didn't seem interested in killing us, says Sister Scarlet. If I remember my talks about the undead right, revenants are usually after one target specifically. Though
Well-
they won't hesitate in killing anyone in their way of between them and that target.
Okay. Oh, so either Quark's gonna be a very nice person we'll have to get in the way of, or we just stay far away.
Pretty much.
What?
Yeah.
Must have done something really fucked up to have a revenant after him.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Well, nighttime visitors aside, Rhino Sanctuary?
I know what now?
Rhino
Says
Sanctuary.
Helena, getting up groggily.
The what?
The
The
sanctuary.
Rhino Sanctuary.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was not feeling well when you were talking about that.
Right, but, like, that's the opposite way of the other tower, and I thought we were going to those, says Helena.
Oh, we will.
We can stop for a little detour.
Heard some interesting rumors.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess if you're really that interested in rhinos or whatever, she says, I'm gonna double check to make sure we still have like the good shit if we're going over there.
You don't want to go?
I mean, I don't really, but I would rather be in a group than out in the wild by myself so I don't get murked by hobgoblins.
Yeah, it's fair.
Well, as long as you have the good shit, then I'm happy to go.
Oh no, the good shit's for me.
Yeah.
You get your own shit.
Oh no, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. As long as
Yeah.
you have your good shit.
Alright, Helena takes a mighty swig. And off the rest of... Well, not the rest of you. She goes with you, albeit taking up the back. And you all head south towards the Rhino Sanctuary. Or at least where you roughly have an idea of where it was. Surely it would be close to where you spotted the rhino.
One would
Oh.
think.
One would think. May I do quick little thing?
Yes.
Zidane's gonna run up to Ty. Just, Ty!
Yes, yes.
He takes out the piece of paper and just goes, Zidane! I am Zidane!
You're
With this
Zidane!
Big smile on his face.
Sort of just, the cheerfulness is infectious. Just a smile, pat on shoulder. Excellent job. You're Zidane. Nice to meet you.
Alright.
Read little better. Read name. Good.
Hell yes. We'll get there, puppy.
All right,
Megan turns her shoulder over and like points at the name tag on her shoulder, at the designation on her shoulder, and it kind of like blinks her in the absence of eyebrows to wriggle. She just kind of like blinks her eyes as if inviting Zidane to try it.
He's going to try. Let's go. You know what? I'll make this a public roll, because why not? This would be fun.
I think it only makes sense. If you can get some bardic inspiration.
Yay.
All right, Bardic.
Hmm?
That's a +6.
What D6?
D6.
That's a D6. That's what I meant.
You better be singing the alphabet song real good.
Hey!
Encouraging bard words,
MEGA
Okay, so-
-N.
Just it takes a bit, but Megan. Oh,
Megan nods and goes, Pat.
so proud. He's just happily now just walking. Very much obviously has a pep in his step now that he can actually read names.
Aw.
Reading name tags, good for morale.
Woo!
I hope you don't have to roll for every single letter.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
All right, there's a Z. Roll to know how to say Z. Wait, you already know how to say Z. It's in your name.
Zed.
Roll to E.
For the record, that was a nat 20 to see if he can get his name at the night. So we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So, can I get a survival check to look for the Rhino Sanctuary?
Yes.
Not from me.
You got it.
I will roll.
Alright. With a ranger and a druid working together, you manage to go through the area and catch some rhino tracks. Following them along, you get to a gate which looks to have been recently repaired and reinforced. So you wager, a rhino might have gone through here. And then you circle around the edge of the gate looking for where it opens up, and eventually you find a little entrance gatehouse with a big sign over it. Duke Roderick's Rhino Sanctuary. Sorry, Duke Roswall's Rhino Sanctuary. I misread the name badly.
Rhino Sanctuary.
Is anyone manning the gatehouse?
Yes, there is a young human woman with short blonde hair and like a patched up brown leather uniform at the gatehouse, manning it, making sure no funny business happens.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, Tag will start to approach and just inquire whether this place is open to the public or not.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to Duke Roswall's Rhino Sanctuary. Just so you know, travel through here, whether that be on the gate or through paths that go through here, are in rhinoceros territory, and while they are herbivores, they have a terrible sense of eyesight. They'll crash into anything they're not familiar with, and then she stops, looking over the rest of the group. Lady Helena, is that you? And Helena's like, oh, fucking hell. Oh my god, it's been so long. I thought you'd never come to visit this place. Welcome. Well, of course they'd be familiar with you. Any friend of Lady Helena's is welcome through here, free of charge. Oh my gosh, you have to go tell Amara. She would be dying to know that you're here. We don't have to go tell Amara anything. Oh, I can go send a messenger for her right now. Hold on, let me do that real quick. She rummages through the desk, picks up a stone.
Maybe don't do the...
Alert, Lady Amara. Helena Crestmoon back. XXOOO. There we go. So, stick to the path. There will be other wardens around there. They can guide you through.
Thank you? Are you sure you don't want payment?
Oh, like I said, any friend of Helena's is welcome here. After all, who am I to demand payment from the daughter of Duke Roswall Crestmoon?
Oh!
Oh.
Helena has the most unamused look on her face.
Trill kind of like
then.
teasingly side glances, like,
I know where you sleep.
Zidane just kind of goes up to Helena, just whispers, just, bad friends.
Complicated, says Helena.
He just nods understanding and just takes a few steps away.
Right, come on in. You, like I said, you're always welcome here. I'd recommend staying close to Lady Helena. The rhinos might not recognize your scent, but they sure will recognize her.
Right, thank you then.
Of course.
Very much.
Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you too. Let's go, everyone, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Trill happily skips ahead.
You step into the Rhino Sanctuary, going along the path. Once you're out of earshot of the front gate, Helena says, are you all happy now? Are you all happy you're gonna go see rhinos?
I'm just confused.
You're always confused, Nyx.
Oh, thanks. Look, it's not something I'm going to question if you don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I don't.
Hey, well, let's go see rhinos then. God!
Helena takes another big swig.
We're all a happy family going to see rhinos!
This is a great vacation we're taking to go see rhinos.
Forest family fun.
All right.
Hooray!
So, the Rhino Sanctuary has various paths that go throughout it. Some of the paths are uncovered that go through natural terrain. Others have, like, very thick reinforcement along the sides of them, and signs that say, please stick to the path. This is rhino territory. And signs that say, we are not responsible for people who go off the path and bother the rhinos. Yeah, Helena looks at them and is like, How many people bothered these fucking rhinos? My god.
Chicken, for one, is a good robot and will not bother the rhinos, and will observe them from a will observe them from a properly lawful good distance.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you want an estimate, consider every single sign as an idiot who bothered the rhinos.
Yeah.
That's a lot of idiots.
Swift, you
Oh,
stay on
yeah.
my shoulder.
But I can be invisible. They'll never see me coming. They can barely see
Swift.
as is.
Swift.
Consider, I can pet a rhino.
I will find a mushroom for you if you don't pet a rhino.
A mushroom is not a rhino!
To be fair, Nix, they'd probably just think that they're another bird landing on them and not give a shit.
Hmm.
Okay, as long as you don't, like, poke it in the eye or something.
Why would I do that?
Swift.
Why would I do that accidentally? Why would I do that
If
on
you go near the
purpose, rather?
rhinos, I'm escorting you.
Right. So you get to one of the rhino viewing platforms, looking down at a pretty wide, all things considered, swath of savanna, where there's this family of rhinos laying down. There's 3 babies and then 4 adults, 2 of which are laying down next to the babies, and 2 of which are just kind of like romping in the fields behind them. Approaching you from this platform is a pretty tall, pretty well-built ASMR woman. Not quite as like jacked and huge as the one who runs the arrow cart that you keep running into, but she still looks like she works out every day, and it is very noticeable. And she's like, she looks over all of you and is about to launch into a spiel, and then she sees Helena. Oh my god, the reports were true. Helena Crestmoon, the chosen one, back at last at her father's domain. And Helena's like, I hate you all. And that is where we're going to end our session before any explanation.
Helena, that wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
We're getting your backstory
Wonderful.
whether you like it or not, young lady.
We are getting backstory. Let's go.
We're getting the backstory. Let's go. All right. Maybe next week we will determine this young lady's backstory. But until then, we're going to take a week's break. And we will see you all next week in D6 Tricks, Legend of the Wildlands. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.